everyone, my name is Riddhi and in today's video I'm going to review Percy Jackson's Greek Gods, and this book is about all of the Greek gods and how they came to be. It's kind of different from the rest of the rest of Rick Riordan's books, because the rest of the books are surrounding around a main character, while this doesn't have a main character. It's just narrated by Percy, so you don't get to see any Percy in it, but it's just narrated by Percy, which is the good part about having this book narrated by Percy is that he keeps throwing in some chunks of good humor, and it's just really funny to read this book. And he kind of adds humor to things that are really dark and very violent things, which without the humor would be kind of not good for children to read, but with Percy's humor thrown in here and there, it's a really fun read, and I highly recommend you read it. Now, this book is about all the Greek gods and how they came to be. How the gods took over the Titans, how the Titans killed Ouranos. I think that's how it's pronounced, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Ouranos or Uranus, which is Uranus is kind of weird. You can't say that word without people snickering behind you. So I just like to call it Ouranos. I'm just going to read the back of the book. If you like horror shows, bloodbaths, lying, stealing, backstabbing and cannibalism, then read on. Who could tell the stories of the gods of Olympus better than a modern day demigod? In this whirlwind tour of Greek mythology, Percy Jackson gives his personal take on the gods and goddesses of ancient Greece and reveals the truth about how they came to rule the world. This is basically what the book is about. Now, I'm just going to tell you what the first chapter was about. It's about all of the gods and what came before the gods. And yes, there were other people before the gods, although they technically weren't people, because they were first came chaos, and then out of chaos was Gaia, who was literally the earth, but she liked to turn herself into a human form to walk on the earth. And then came Ouranos, with which Gaia and Ouranos had 12 children, and they had another set of 12 children, but those 12 children were really ugly, so Ouranos decided to throw them into Tartarus, and the next batch of 12 children were very ugly too. In fact, they were even uglier than the last batch, so Ouranos decided to throw them in Tartarus too. Ouranos is quite a bad dad, if you ask me. I mean, he literally threw his kids into the Tartarus because they looked bad. But I can't. And then Gaia was really mad because Ouranos threw her children into Tartarus, and she wanted to kill Ouranos, and she was really mad. So she decided to make a scythe out of earthy material, I think, and then she asked all the children about who wanted to kill their father, and the only person who was willing to do that was Kronos. As we all know, Kronos is a very bad person on his own, but we'll see about that later. And then Kronos took the scythe and killed his father. But his father cursed him that his children are going to betray him just like he did to his own father, and they will kill him and take over his throne. At that time, he was kind of like, I don't really care. But the curse was actually true, and it turned out that all of Kronos' children betrayed him and they killed him, which was sad. But what Kronos did was not a good thing too. He literally ate all his children as soon as they were born, so that they could not go and betray him, because he was afraid. He was the god of time, so he could see what a person would be like in the future, and he didn't like that, so he just decided to eat them all, which was not a very good father-like thing to do. And then he literally ate all of them except for the last one, who was Zeus, and Zeus was the one who saved all of the gods. And then the gods were free, and they killed the bad titans and threw them into Tartarus. and the only titans which were left were the good ones, but most titans weren't bad, so the only titans which were left were the good ones. And then the gods started ruling the world, and the first chapter is all about the creation and how it all came to be. And after that starts all the chapters about the particular gods, explaining about their origin story and how they came to be. It's really interesting. I can't explain the whole thing in this video because if I tell you everything, then there will be no fun in reading the book. So yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to click on like button and subscribe to my channel. Bye!